Hey guys, Justin here with another Adventurer's Guide, and we're going to be talking about Nat 1s. Now, Nat 1s are a little bit different because a lot of people throw a lot of flavor into them, whereas Nat 20s have a lot of rules and things. A Nat 1 only has a couple, and they only come into play occasionally. So a Nat 1, for anyone out there who's not too sure what I'm talking about, it's a natural one, or when you roll a d20, you are rolling just one. So regardless of what you add onto it, it's a 1 on the dice. It will generally mean that you are not going to hit whatever you're trying to hit if this is a combat roll. And the other thing is a nat 1 will also be 2 death saves down on your death save rolls if you do roll that. So 2 steps closer to death instead of 1 is super scary. I've had, I think, 3 players die because of that. Super unlucky, but it just happens at the worst of moments. So never assume players that are down are going to be okay, because if they roll a nat 1, then shit gets real fast. And nat 1s in ability checks and all the rest of it. Generally, I mean, I think by raw, they shouldn't mean anything. It just means that you probably have less chance of actually doing it. It's not a critical fail per se. But it depends on what game you're playing, and it depends on what the DM is like and whether or not they change things up a little bit. For me, I think a nat 1 is a 1 in 20 chance, of course, and I think it deserves some sort of a bit of an attention, just like a crit a nat 20 would. A nat 1 is unlucky, and I think it's just fun to throw something out there. It doesn't have to kill them, so if they're climbing a wall, they don't have to fall to their death, but maybe they get hung up on it, or maybe their foot snags and they end up hanging by an ankle. You know, something fun is just so much more interesting than, oh, you don't do it and that's it, or oh, you die. There's some pretty big extremes there. And as far as a nat 1, when you're fighting and you're obviously going to miss, sometimes if they're doing something weird and wacky at the same time, I might have them drop their weapon or something else happens. Or if they're aiming a spell or something like that, then have something else, explode, and maybe it causes a distraction and half a wall comes down, or it starts a quake, or the cave they're in starts to crumble. Things happen, and I think nat 1s are just a fun and interesting concept. So make them exciting, just as exciting as a nat 20. It's great. Critical fails, I'm all for it.